Do you want to know how to apply fake lashes in the simplest way possible? In today's video, I will be sharing all my tips and tricks with you. So hi and welcome to the Notoriously Morbid YouTube channel. My name is Orphia and in today's video, I will be showing you more about false lashes. For today's video, I will be showing you everything I do with the Serenity lashes by Notoriously Morbid. They have actually recently come out with a full lash line with extreme styles and also a little bit less extreme styles. Before you start actually applying the lashes, the first thing you will need to do is have your lashes. This is the packaging. It's currently empty because they are on my eyes, but look how pretty it is. So you need your lashes. The next thing you need, of course, is eyelash glue. Now, I personally really love the Allure Lash Fix in the clear formula. So it is white in the bottle, but it dries clear once it is dried. Now, there are also black eyelash glues, but I personally don't enjoy using them. And then two things that people tend to forget a lot is tweezers to make it easier to actually apply your lashes and place them where you want them. And finally, a pair of small scissors that are very sharp and precise. Because most of the time when you buy fake lashes, they are too big and you will have to trim them to fit your eye and not be too long and poke out. We are very close to my face right now, and the main reason for this is because I want to try and show you to the best of my ability how to apply fake eyelash. Now there are two steps that I have done beforehand. I curled my lashes using a lash curler and I have applied mascara. This is just a mascara that I like to use. The brand does not matter. But for me, if I curl my lashes in advance, then I feel that the fake lashes will blend in better. Of course, the step after that is to take out your fake lashes. And I will be using the Serenity lashes by Notoriously Morbid for this video. Now the first thing is of course to take them out of the packaging and make it easier for you to show what I do. So for the Notoriously Morbid lashes, they pop out in this plastic little circle. Now what I recommend is using tweezers for this if you first detach them. So you carefully take the lash band and you just peel them off very, very gently. Now, if you look at these lashes, you will see that they have a smaller side on this side and then a feathered outside on this one. So what we have is a smaller side here and then it goes to a bigger side. And that is also how you want them on your eye. The smaller side on the inside of your eye and the bigger side on the outside of your eye. Before we even start applying the lash, now that we know how it should sit on our eye, is to fit it. Now you can already see if you look at the lash that there is a tiny bit of band that sticks out to the sides that we will have to trim off anyways. But you also need to keep in mind that the lash might be too big for your eyes. So the first thing you want to do is to fit it onto your eye by just simply putting it onto your eye. And then you will see at a first glance if it is too big or not. So what I like to do is I put the inside of the lash up onto my inner corner lashes and then the outside I will just follow along. And then you will see that there is a bit that sticks out that is too long for your eyes. And that is normal. You always have to trim your lashes. And you want to keep in mind where that bit is. And that is what we are going to trim off with some scissors. And we have already seen that on the inside you also want to trim a tiny bit because it was the lash band that sticks out. So for the outside I want to trim off the little bit that I think I need to trim off. So now that we have trimmed the lash, we will put it back onto our eye to see if this fits better. Yes. So now you can see that the lash actually fits with my natural lashes. Now this is not how we are going to apply them, this is just to see if they fit. And then of course you want to do the same for the other side. So again, put the lash on your eye. See how much you need to cut off. And then take your scissors and trim them. And always try them on again. So for this one I have trimmed off not enough, so I will have to trim a little bit more again. There we go, that's a lot better. Now before I start applying glue, I want to quickly show you the way that we will be applying the lashes. So you have your lash, and I personally prefer using my fingers for this. Some people like to use tweezers or something that is actually meant to apply fake lashes. I like to use my fingers because I feel I have more control with them, but that's totally up to you. So before we apply the glue, I quickly want to show you two different ways that you could apply lashes and one that I personally prefer. If you have your lash band, you will be applying glue to this afterwards. And if you place it on your eye like this, straight, then you will see your lash has effect, of course, because it's a big lash, but it's not super dramatic. Whereas if you take your lash and you place it like this, so facing upwards a lot more, because there's no glue attached, it doesn't really hold, it will create an entirely different effect. Now, depending on what you want, you could go for the upwards facing one, which is not sticking right now because there's no glue on it, or you could go for the downwards facing one. Now, I prefer by far the upwards facing one because this one closes my eyes a lot more. Up next, we are going to take our lash and apply some lash glue. Now, you don't want to apply too much, and I will show you in this video how much glue I personally apply, and you also want to apply a little bit of extra glue on the inner and outside corners because that's the main spots that lashes will tend to come undone. So I will demonstrate this for you, and then you will leave your lash to dry for about half a minute to a minute, and then we will start applying it. Now, in the meantime that these are drying, I want to tell you a big advantage to the Notoriously Morbid lashes is that they arrive in a curved packaging, and that actually ensures that they will sit on your eyes a lot better. If not, you can always start curving your lashes yourself by just like this, making them a little bit curved by playing with them. And the way that you know that your glue is starting to dry is when it becomes a little bit more clear. Now, I personally like to use white glue that dries clear. There's also black glue, but I feel that it's not really meant for me. Now we're going to place the lash facing upward. So what this means is that you will be placing it facing a little more upward onto your eye. And the way you do this is by actually pressing the lash in a more upward motion on your eye. So I like to place the middle of the lash first and then adjust the inside. And you can do this with tweezers or with your fingers. I feel sometimes I prefer using my fingers and sometimes I prefer using tweezers. It really depends. So right now we have placed these lashes in a upwards motion onto our eye. And you want to make sure that your lashes are sticking onto your eyelid. So for me it is on my eyeliner and not onto your actual eyelashes. There we go, that is one lash applied. And then you want to do the same for the other side. So take your lash. I just tend to look a little bit downward. Press the center into place, and then I just like to see that everything aligns. And then again, with your fingers or with a tweezer, place the center of the lash. And also the outer side. And if you feel like you've placed it too much towards the center, you can always just gently pull on your lash to move it. And then again, if you've placed your lash facing downwards a little bit too much, you can just gently pull on it and flick it upward. There we go. And now you could be done with your lashes, but the thing that I feel makes a big difference is actually waiting until they're sort of dry and then pressing them together with my actual lashes. And I feel that, at least for me, this makes a world in difference. Now, if like me you have applied eyeliner, then you will not see the lash band. And if you have not applied eyeliner, you might see the lash band a lot more. So I personally always wear eyeliner. It's just something that I prefer, and it's something that hides the lash band as well. Now, the 3 tips that I want you to remember from this video is to first curl your lashes and apply mascara. Second one is to trim your eyelashes, and the third one is to apply your lashes facing upwards so that they actually feather out nicely and don't close off your eye even more than it mostly does. Now, I do know that applying lashes is tricky and requires a lot of practice. I have been applying lashes for over 2 years and I still have days that I very much struggle, so that is normal. I would also recommend starting with smaller style lashes. Start with small half lashes even, and start applying those and experimenting with those, and then build up the heaviness of the lash. Now, if you are looking into a good dramatic lash to get started with, I can highly recommend this pair. This is the Serenity pair by Notoriously Morbid. I think they feather out really nicely, but if you find that the full lash is too heavy on your eye, I would recommend cutting a little bit more from the outer edges and not to have it be as close to the insides of your eyes. Now, I am used to wearing lashes, so for me this is not too much of an issue, but I do know that for some people it might be. This video contains all of the tips and tricks I have picked up over the years by applying fake lashes. If you have any other tips and tricks that you want to share, feel free to do so in the comment section of this video, and also feel free to let me know which pair from the Notoriously Morbid collection is your favorite. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to the Notoriously Morbid YouTube channel for weekly videos by your favorite darkly inclined makeup brand. I want to thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye!